Hey everybody. I'm back. I kind of didn't realize how long it's been since I streamed. It's been like over a month. Life just kind of happened. Like last time I was talking to you guys, I was like, oh, I had to buy a new car, so I was car shopping and then bought the new car, and that's a drain on mental resources to like haggle with used car salesmen, kind of thing. And then yeah, I've just been busy. I haven't been playing a lot. I haven't been feeling like streaming a lot. But yeah, I've been trying to grind a little bit for preparation for NAIC. Still trying to figure out how it's a good volume for the music. But yeah, trying to prep a little bit for NAIC next weekend. And actually next week, it's like 6 days. And yeah, just thought I'd bring you guys in on the grinding. That's what she said. But yeah, I've been really liking this, what I'm going to call the Tinderbox, but it's this Armarouge Ho-oh kind of deck. Just trying to nail down the last couple cards in it, so I got a second version of it here. I want to try to just get some reps in and see if I like it better. I was originally running a couple Carmines and stuff. I've replaced them with one more Iono and one more Night Stretcher and see if that works or if that's just a little too slow and I do need those Carmines for draw and stuff. But yeah, we're just going to hop on the ladder and play some games, see how it feels. Just wanted to kind of bring you guys in on this because, like I said, I was going to be sitting just playing games and grinding anyway. So it's like, hey, let's stream again, let's get you guys in, let's hang out, jam to some Heart Gold Soul Silver music for, the Ho-oh, Ethan's Ho-oh, obviously. Also, I apologize if I sit here and I crack my neck. My neck and back are something today. I had Depresso, I bought a massage gun. I had Depresso just like run that up and down my spine in the hopes that it helped fix something, anything. Dear God. Alright, so Ho-oh can only attach to bench, so we start Latias here so that the Ho-oh can attach to itself. But otherwise... Oh, Garchomp, okay. Otherwise, this hand is not looking great. We'll attach a Legacy to Ho-oh and pass. I would love to get a Charcadet down, but that's looking like it's not happening. Or is it? It's just that easy, chat. Depresso with the 20 months. Oh my god. 20 months is crazy. That's like almost a year. Alright, so the fact that we top deck that Charcadet's kind of really nice because we can actually put down the Armarouge and Iono and see if we can play here. Oh my god, he's gonna rock crawl me. It isn't affected by resistance. He'd actually do damage. That is understandable. We're gonna hope that we find Water Pond to take one of those Gabites out, but we will take what we can. Boop. Throwing on the area 0 just because we're gonna... have not deck searched yet, so this might be my Water Pond. Might not be. It is. There we go. Okay, Mew, Fez are the most important parts. Durant is also very important for this matchup because Grass weakness. Other Charcadet in hand, so we're okay there. Really only need one Ho-oh down. I think actually Prizing does not look like it's fucked us too hard. So we'll do that. Other Charcadet. Retreat to the Water Pond. Now, the Luminous is not fire, but once we move the Legacy off, it will be. So, I think TCG Live really doesn't like this. It's very, very buggy, but it'll work. And we Torrential Pump, we take out 1 Gigabytes. So the reason the Durant is very important, Garchomp has Grass weakness. And if they give it the power weight, it will have 400 HP, so the only thing that can take that out is the Durant's scaling attack. The Durant is very good into this matchup, and it's very good in the Grimmsnarl matchup. And it has haha hee hee funny ability when you play it from hand, so that could be fun. Instantly grabbing the Garchomp. I don't like that. That's probably an Iono incoming. Kinda like my hand. Then that's not Iono. I guess literally they could only grab the Garchomp. There's no Ultra Ball for Roselia or something. Or Rosarid. Also, by the way, chat, if you haven't already, log in to TCG Live. They give you this deck with all the bling cards for free. Not the entire deck. It's like a doubles version of this deck, but they give you like 2 of these pretty Garchomps, 2 pretty Roseraids, 2 pretty of a bunch of supporters like Arven and Poffin and stuff. So it's just literally just for like logging in. It's just free. Armarouge, I guess. Oh, but I have free retreat from Latios, and you're not gonna knock this out with finding a Roserade. This hand is pretty cringe. Would love draw. See, you could have had Armarouge if you had guessed at that, but one benefit of me playing this deck is that there's going to be people in NAIC that have never seen this before and don't know the attackers, and I can completely catch off guard with a Water Pond out of nowhere, or an Iron Hands out of nowhere, or attacking with an Ursaluna in the middle of the game or some shit, you know? Stuff that they don't expect. So, you know, that's nice. Alright, next ball gets us Mew. That's good. Mew is a little bit of draw. It's something. It's more cards than we had before. We'll restart for 2. That's energies and Ho-oh once I retreat. I think that's Water Pond again probably is the best move here. Because I could also look to copy, but I don't necessarily like that. Like, I could copy Draconic Buster, but then they can... I have to discard all the energy, and they can respond and KO my Mew, and my Mew is my only draw right now. So we'll let the Water Pond go down, and then draw with the Mew next turn. This also lets me take out the Spiritomb here. Because if I'm not one-shotting with that Durant, the Spiritomb does become a problem. Especially with Dark Weakness, unlike Mew. Oh shit, we're evolving! Bum bum! Pew P. Oops. Welcome in, Tin. I imagine that's supposed to be Pew Pew, and maybe not Pew P. Or maybe you just had asparagus for dinner and you had a really stinky pea. Who am I to judge? Are we just gonna get corkscrew dived again? We got 2 cards in hand. Yes, we are. Okay. We don't even die. Alright. Research, please? No. What's the play here? I think the play might honestly just be a sob, so they can't pivot to the other one. And the next turn, we can hopefully get some energy on board. Where's my draw? Mod check draw? This deck has very funny middle turns, where you either hit your supporter or you don't, and you just kind of have these turns where you pass or you sob or you put up like Cornerstone Ogre Pond. I've seen lists of this that don't run the Cornerstone, and I'm like, man, in this meta, throwing up the Cornerstone for either turns where you don't have KO or turns where you just get like absolutely screwed over by lack of draw feels way good. Alright, so we're looking at 280. So the funny little ant will take this out if we can find it in energy. Research! Do this. We go ants. It's a shame it's not 260 because I could throw down the gouging fire or the 240 with Ursulina. Ha! Sudden cheering. Discard the top card of your deck. Oh, get fucked, nerd. You were definitely gonna play that Iono. There we go. Research Luminous is pretty good. So let's give Luminous here and Research. I would love to have a Terra in play so I can throw the Fez down, but so the boo. It's the French say. Ah, that's 100 short because I can't structure that Luminous back. Fuck. Alright. That's annoying. Do we sacrifice an Armarouge here? Methinks we do. Methinks we do. We'll Ultra Ball just to thin. Maybe less chance that they Iono us. We'll put down. I mean, we'll just grab, I guess, to be prepared. Gouging Fire. No energy discharge, just a Luminous, which I can't grab with Stretcher. So we had to hit one of 3 Earthen Vessels in the deck, or 2, I guess, at this point, or just more energy. There's 7 fire energy in the deck, so we kind of just whipped hard on that research, which was unfortunate. So here, have the not cool Armarouge, and we pass. The Minion V with Ultra Ball, I wish, dude. Boss is not cool. No, my aunt! He's just a silly little guy. How could you do this? Oh my god, he busted all over me. Alright, I know this looks bad. First of all, we're going to Iono him to 2. That's pretty good, so hopefully he doesn't find the energy for the Draconic Buster. Second of all, hopefully we can find our Legacy. So that we can, do I research him? We're grabbing Ogerpon to thin and to make our bench bigger. Legacy is in there. Oh, I might research, honestly. Structure my ant back. I need that, please. Sudden shearing. Sudden edge shearing. Yeah, that Ultra Ball super mattered. Restart from 1. It's the Legacy. No, it's Luminous. I don't actually want to attach Luminous here. I really want to attach Legacy. I think we ripped the research. And we don't find it. We don't find it. Well, chat. Now what? Because now we can't even attack with Durant. I mean, we could attack with Gouging Fire, but we don't KO. Which is ultra uncool. Yeah. Or, you ready for this? Ready for this? Attacking with Mew is also, it gets a 20 short. It's the same thing as attacking with Gouging Fire. Except it just has, Gouging Fire has more HP. We are actually going to attack with one of the Armarouge. We're just going to let this buy us a turn. Hopefully they do not have boss in hand. I mean, it's a 9-card hand. But we'll just give it a go. Give it a try. The old college try. That's all you can do. I know, damn. The math in this matchup is actually really tough if they get the power band. I've seen lists that run 2 Area 0 and 1 Jamming Tower, and it feels like this matchup, the Jamming Tower is really good, but the Jamming Tower doesn't feel super good for other matchups. You just, like, really want the Area 0. So, what are we stretching back? Spiritomb or something? Yeah, okay. But Spiritomb doesn't move the damage counters off, it just does damage for them. Oh, Spiritomb isn't affected by weakness. Oh, that's crazy. I should keep that in mind. I don't think I'm going to see a Cynthia. Yeah, they have boss. Okay. I don't think I'm going to see Cynthia's much in New Orleans, if I'm being honest. I think it's a deck that a lot of people on the ladder are playing because they give you the pieces, and it's kind of fun and easy, but it's not super strong. And so I'm not playing around it. I'm just accepting that I'm going to take, not necessarily an L to it, but it's going to be a harder matchup than if I teched around it and I had worse times with other matchups. Been running my Hydreigon live. It's fun. Yeah, I have a lot of fun with the Hydreigon when it doesn't brick. If you're playing the lists that I had before, the one change I've made with the Deep Dish Pikachu is a hell of a name. I love that. The one change I've made with Destined Rivals is I put in a Shaman. Just because Water Ogre Pond at the beginning of the game is how you lose. So I put in a Shaman. I think I cut an Iona for it. Shaman is bench protection. So you put down like Pidge and Dino and a Shaman, and they can't take out like your Pidge and Dino and just leave you like up the creek without the water. Up the creek without the water, without a paddle. Yeah, the Destined Rival Shaman, not the previous Snipe Grass Shaman or whatever it was. Okay, well, we nest ball for Charcadet because we have to get a Charcadet down this turn, and we only have one Ball Search. Water Pond is in deck. They start Badoo. That could be a lot of things, but probably Dragapult. So we will do energy there. Well, it could be. I was about to throw away the Durant, but it could be Grimmsnarl too. I suppose. So I'm not gonna play the Vessel, even though I know I'm gonna get item locked. I think I'm just gonna pass. Because I really do not want to throw away Durant if this is Grimmsnarl. I think I opted for 2 Badoos, but might go back to 1. I also like Briar. I have not actually played Briar now. It's not a bad idea. Yeah, that's the thing. Every time that you are about to cut Briar, it wins you a game. And you go, well, I don't cut Briar. Ah! It is Dragapult. We could have thrown away the Durant, but we would have had the energy Iona away anyway, so whatever. Oof, ouch, owie, my pollen. It's so itchy. Charcadet. Hello, Mew. Fire energy on the new Charcadet, because we're going to retreat and attack with it. Golden Flame. Draw one with Mew. Okay. And here's the fun part of this deck. We just say, haha, we have weakness on Badoo. So you can have your item lock for a turn. I'll take my prize. Ah, okay. Clefairy was prized. Great pickup in this matchup, as you might imagine. Also, great in that we could do the thing that Gardevoir does, where we attack with Mew, but with Clefairy in place. So we have weakness and copy Phantom Dog. We did check for Water Pond in deck, right? So we can Nest Ball for Water Pond, Ultra Ball for Armarouge, and then draw a little bit with Mew and see if we can't get something off that direction. Oh, although it's so... damage numbers are so weird with the Water Pond. It's 100 to active and 120 to bench. You would think it would just be 120 active, 120 bench. So we wouldn't actually knock out this Munkidori. Which is kind of weird. Vessel? What do we do? Yeah, let's Nest Ball for Water Pond. At least if we don't get the attack, or if we don't get the Torrential Pump here, we can at least sob this turn. I do like that, because it means this Munkidori does not retreat, and then next turn we can hit Dracloak or Duskull on bench. Armarouge has 2 retreat, so we evolve in the back. Hit Iona, I'm okay with that. Let's see if we can find a Luminous off of this. Nope. Sag. But that's okay. That is why we have Sob. 2 energy and discard. Good turn to use the energy retrieval. Something else fun about this matchup into the Dragapult and Grimmsnarl matchups. We can actually attack with the Ho-Oh. It is not insignificant damage. Although it does not, unfortunately, two-shot when they move back the Munkidori damage. But it heals us. Everybody, the attack heals 50 damage from all of my Pokemon. So if they try to spread and set up like a 3 or 4 prize or even a 5 prize turn, you can really fuck with that math. And I do like doing that because they go, oh, I guess I'll just hit you again. And then you go, okay, yeah, now I'll send up my actual cleanup guy who does 200. Also, chat, if they don't find the Dark Energy for the Munkidori this turn, we've set up the Torrential Pump damage better. So, Giga Brain plays. Ulti. Shaman! Curses! No, it's fine. We can still do whatever we want. Hell, we find Area 0, I can throw down Iron Hands. Amp you very much, baby. I got multiple ways to take multiple prizes in this deck. Jock? It's a good card. I don't know why I'm saying it like that. Oh my god, you play Jock? Alright, so we... Ultra Ball, Ursaluna, probably Ultra Ball, honestly. I'd rather the energy retrieval for later. So we can grab a second Armarouge so we don't get Counter Catcher, Dusclops, Armarouge blow up as easily. We'll restart for 1, because why the hell not? It's a totally good card. Well, at least we don't draw it off the Iona now. Area 0. I don't even know we put down the Area 0. We might just sob again here. Because we can't draw anymore with Mew. And we're not going to find the Torrential Pump this turn. Even without the Shaman. So yeah, I think we just sob again. And we just say, find your switch, or we'll sit here and we'll build up Dusknoirs while you build up, or while I build up my attackers. Is this the list you posted to the Discord to improve on? It is slightly improved since then. It's the same basis. I've changed a couple things. I think I had Terapagos in it at that point. I've changed the Terapagos for the Gouging Fire, because it just feels better for Ursaluna at the end of the game. And then this particular variant, which is what we're testing, has a 4th Iono and a 4th Stretcher. I've been playing a variant where the Pokegears have been replaced by Carmines, and chews through the deck a little bit faster. But every once in a while, you throw away like all your Stretchers, and then you kind of feel fucked. So, that's why I'm trying this out and seeing if the Ionos and stuff just kind of feel as sufficient for drawing. Or if I find that there's a lot of games where in the middle of the game, I'm like, where the hell are my supporters? Where the hell is my draw? Can't find anything. Okay, so we will 0. Actually, I wonder if we take out that Dusknoir before it becomes a problem. Because that Dusknoir can very easily wipe both of our Armarouges, and that's scary. That's the only way this deck really functions. So I think we actually attack with Ho-Oh here on the Dusknoir. This is 160, right? I'm not tripping? Okay, yeah. I was like, I'm pretty sure it was 160. Two energy and discard. We'll grab those with retrieval when the time comes. Oh, I healed my Ogerpon. Actually relevant damage healing. Another research. So, he could pop the Dusclops here and take out the Ho-Oh and leave me with no energy on board. I'm okay with that. It's easier to throw down a Ho-Oh and a couple energy than it is to set up both Armarouges again. So if he wants to go that route and think that he's got me, then I'll research, or not, I guess. But I'll find a Night Stretcher, I'll find a couple Fire Energy, and we'll make something happen. So I'm not super concerned with that. Both Area Zeros ending up in my hand's kind of cringe, because it means I'm going to be able to draw less with Mew. Oh my god. Stellar Dendrite with the bits. You don't have to do that. That's crazy. Biddies. More biddies in this economy. My notification sounds like it's very low. I don't know if it's a good volume for you guys or not. For me, it's very low. I could almost not hear it happen, except I heard a little bit of a record scratch when Zagreus says something. Show me your biddies? I mean, we gotta move to kick for that, but okay. Oh, hello? Did my headphones just disconnect? You guys can still hear audio. I can see it. Oh. I might have swept into my headphones by accident, guys. Oh, no. Oh, no. Yeah, it's all over. Okay, that's a pretty good hand, actually. Fez. Stretcher back. Our Ho-oh. Oh my god, there's a lot of energy in discard. That's concerning. But it's okay. It's okay. We make the most of it. It's okay. We just have to find Clefairy, honestly. Let's see if my headphones will reconnect while we get the Siono off. Haha, hee hee, silly Durant? Yo, fuck your Dreepy. I don't want to do the ability yet. I have to fix my headphones after this game. Flip scripts. Or after this turn, maybe even just... Hey, energy retrieval, never punished. Okay. I think we actually smack with Mew here. No? We might smack with Ho-oh again, actually. I don't hate it. Because the Mew's not going to take out this Monkey Door. It's one short. So yeah, let's do that. Oh wait, we can't do with the Ho-oh because I already attached energy for turn. We could send up the bear, but then I can't retreat the bear because I have no space for Latios. Cringe. Well, let's Golden Flame while we think. Cringe. Man, if Shaman wasn't down, I would legitimately hit with Cruel Arrow. Like the Dracloak or something. Oh my god. Prime sub, I can't even hear it because my headphones are all warped. Fuck it, we bear. I think we bear. Thank you, Depresso. Or, not Depresso, Stellar. Goodness, I see you guys chalking with each other and I get the names all confused. Alright, we need 3 energy on bear, we have 3 energy on board, so Fire Off sends everything that direction. And we Blood Moon, and I fix my headphones while they take their turn. Gotta go, good night. Thanks for stopping by, Tin. I know it's late for you. Appreciate it, man. Hope everything's going well. Where the hell are my... Oh, my... It's connected. Why you know audio? Sound settings. Output device. No, well, my headphones aren't connected then. The heckers. What did I do, chat? What happened? What happened? Connect. Connecting. I promise I'm also paying attention to the game. Definitely doing that. Second part. That didn't work. Make sure it's discovered. I'm trying! What the hell did I do to my headphones? All I did was, like, brush against my ear because I was trying to fix them in my ear. Chat, what did I do? What happened? Alright, I gotta take a turn and then I can do it. We play the one card we are allowed to play. We play Iona. Alright, so we gotta get this fat bear out of the active. Fuck, that does not help me get this fat bear out of the active. I think we actually leave the fat bear in the active, because if we move him to the bench, then we just have a 4-price turn. Oh, Latias, where are you? Well, Latias bench space, where are you? Add Bluetooth device. Yeah, we lose. I can see us losing in the background. Is it working? It's working! The volume settings did not get remembered, so I just blew my fucking eardrums out. That was cool. Woo! Mop. Mop. Our headphones! They're broken! Oh, I played the 3 stadium cards I needed for the quest. I am hyped for NOLA too, Dendrite. I'm excited. I'm kind of bummed that you won't be able to be, competing. That you're just gonna be doing spectator and side events, but maybe you can convince somebody to join you on that. But yeah, the humidity and the heat is gonna be something. Although I feel like we've been getting prepared for it. Because it's been unusually humid in Colorado recently. I'll go first. I like that. Well, I mean, a basic would also help. Okay, so chat, there's 15 basic Pokemon in this deck. So mulliganing is crazy, and then mulliganing into a Fez start is even crazier. What the fuck? Where's the good cards? We're gonna get Badooed? What the fuck? Well, Latias is at least okay. Fuck. I guess we Ultra Ball, Vessel, and Boss. No, I need Boss for later. We're gonna stretch here. We have to grab a Charcadet here. We're of course gonna give the Charcadet the fire because we can just retreat the Fez later. Let's see the deck. Clefairy's in there. I saw the Ant. Legacy is prized, so we have to remember that when we're doing prize math. But yeah, we don't know what we're playing into yet because Badoo could be a lot of things. Glad you still get to be there a little bit. Yeah, absolutely. It'd be good to have you hanging out and stuff because it's just NAIC is such a fun little party. And then yeah, obviously you can go do side events and take in the venue and all that stuff as a spectator still too. All right, got Dragapult again. Let's see if we can get out of whatever the start is. The cape? Gross. I'm gonna amp you very much for 3. But that's actually really annoying because I was planning on Will-O-Wisping them the next turn. Cringe. I guess this is another reason the decks play Jamming Tower, but I don't know. I just can't justify it. Every turn that I would want to every time I'd see Jamming Tower would be when I actually want it to be Area 0, and I actually just want a bigger bench. Thank you for the biddies again, Dendrite. You don't have to do that, Stellar friend. But I appreciate it all the same. Okay, I promise I'm done now. Yeah. What is this cape? What is this strong-ass Badoo? Get him out of here. Do-do-do. Do-do-do. Oh man, if I can find Armarouge, Legacy, Ho-oh, Fire. I know that's a lot to ask for while item locked, but if I can find that off of this research or an Iona they do on me, um, I can amp you very much this Badoo for 3, which would feel really good. Dude, the Genesect without a tool? What's the point? I mean, the point is that my Legacy energy is actually prized, so that'll matter in a little bit. Yeah, here's Area 0, and then we ripped the research. This is part of the reason I'm like, oh, 4 structure feels kind of good. Fuck, chat, I was so close. I found the hands. I found the Armarouge. I found the energy. Just did not find a Ho-oh. I mean, if I wasn't item locked, this would be it, but damn, that was so close. That would have been, crazy good. We can still attack with Armarouge here. Yeah, we can actually attack with Flame Cannon here to break the item lock at least. Yes, they can now just do Dragapult. If they have it like that, they have it like that. I kind of just have to, like, my hand wasn't anything else, right? And if they item lock me for another turn, I can't play the Ultra Ball and get Mew and draw anymore. So, like, unless they Iono'd me, that was a dead hand. They are going to take out the Fezandipity. They're going to leave the Armarouge with a bunch of energy on it, and it's also the engine for my deck. That is a move. That is a bold move. Again, another reason that I'm happy to be bringing this to NAIC. People don't know what the fuck to do against it. They misplay all the time. The move there is to take out my Armarouge and Charcadet on the bench. Leave me with no energy and no way to move energy. But they see Fezandipity and they go, I can get Fezandipity. Fezandipity, good card. Yes, Fezandipity, good card, but Fezandipity not the most important card right now. Also, chat, I have Stretcher in hand, I'm just gonna grab my Fez back. Are they Bravery Charming the Genesect? Am I not gonna be able to put down my Legacy? Are they? No, they didn't! I can put down my Legacy, you fool! You fool! I have you now. Welcome in, Ashwin. Oh, man. If I could find Clefairy, Legacy Energy on Clefairy. They didn't even take out Charcadet. Crazy. They have no idea what they're doing. Alright. Let us grab that guy back. Good card. Flip to script. What are these cards? What are these cards, my man? Alright. Okay, well. Some cringe cards, but we'll work with what we got. We can grab the Fairy, because we did not get the Armarouge knocked out last turn. This will KO? 5, 8, 160, 180 times 2? Yes, this will KO. Just had to double check. Legacy Energy instantly punish you for not attaching that Bravery Charm. As the kids say, you're fucked from head to toe. That was Ilvis that said that. Give him a Fire Energy. Mods, give this Fairy a Fire Energy. Full Moon Rondo. Fuck you. I am un poquito tipsy. Welcome in. Yes, I'm going to NISC. Depresso's coming with me. Fancy, I'm telling Becky I'm really close to getting back into VGC. Ooh. Keep seeing videos of my YouTube video, I'm so close to clicking on them. I was just chatting with some VGC folks the other day, because I was at a Go event that was happening simultaneous with a VGC event. And they were like, yeah, feels pretty good right now, with like the current legal and not legal stuff and all that jazz. I mean, sure, you can set up another Dragapult, but if I'm just gonna research and I have 2 Night Stretchers still in deck, yeah, so I can just try to grab this Clefairy right back, and I already have the energy on board to do interesting things with it. Or fuck it, I'll just top deck Boss and then hit you with the Ursaluna. Because I'm just that cool. The stamp! It's so unfair! That's fine, we're still gonna have those. They're also only gonna take 1 prize off the Clefairy, so... Phantom Dive. Yeah, that was the move you should have done 2 turns ago. Have your 2 prizes. Okay. Hi, Ursaluna. Come on, give me the boss. Give me the boss. We finally found Ho-oh. It's only taken a million years. What do we do here? Where do we go from here? I'm feeling it. I think we actually don't put down the Ho-oh. I think we slam with the Gouging Fire here. And if they have Gust, they have Gust. That's basically all we can play around. Fire off. And we play Splits. And if they have Boss, they have Boss. Best I can do. Ultra Ball. Ultra Ball is not Boss, but it is a Dracloak, which will show them 1 more card. Oh my god. Wait, they're getting ultra punished for taking out the Charcadet now because they had Counter Catcher. Although I guess I see Armarouge in my hand, so I could have evolved the Charcadet before it could have been taken out this turn for 3. Recon Directive? That was a quick Recon Directive. Don't tell me it's Boss! Cringe! 1 card. Cringe. Chat, what's it going to be like to live in a bossless format next year? Just Lycias and abilities. It's going to be interesting. And I guess Prime Catcher if you want to spend your ace spec on that. Which, it will become more powerful because of that. Alright, make your predictions now. Are we playing another Dragapult, or something else? Anything else, please. I know my lines for Dragapult, and I just have to not get unfair stamped into oblivion. Going first, probably something else. I don't necessarily want to put down the Clefairy if we're not. Yeah, I think we start Charcadet, honestly. You need Ho-oh on the bench, because... Oh, I should have put down the Ho-oh in case this is a donk deck. It's not. Okay. I was like, that could have been poison, and I could just be losing the game for no reason. But yeah, you want Ho-oh on the bench because it can only attach to bench Ethan's Pokemon, and you usually don't put both Ho-ohs down, you just put the one. So it's really only ever attaching to itself. Alright, we are playing Raging Bolt. Raging Bolt is an interesting matchup. First of all, we can actually use this Clefairy, so putting it down is not a problem. But also we have Fire Weakness for the Ogre Pawns, but also... they tend to have just slightly better draw than we do, especially with the Noctowl engine. There was a hot second where I was like, what if you played this Armarouge deck with the Noctowl engine? And then I was like, no, that'd be dumb. But, can you imagine? Ditto, rest of the hand's dead. Either that or they have a Squawk already. Did they grab Noxal with the fan call? They did, so they're not squawking here. They're just gonna put Ogre down. Alright, we do this. Well, actually, let's search our deck first. Let's throw this energy retrieval down. 2 Charcadet, 2 Armarouge. So okay, honestly, taking the Charcadet down if I can find another one. Bez, Gouging Fire is pretty good. Gouging Fire is another reason I'm like, that over Trap Ghost just feels a little bit better in this matchup because bench numbers. Lanias, Mew. We do have Squawkabilly if we get a freshly hellish hands after this research. So yeah, let's do this. We do that. We attach active in case we need to retreat, and then we research. This hand is not hellish, so we will not Squawkabilly here. We are just going to Nest Ball for another Charcadet. And we will actually smack right here with Will-O-Wisp. Damage is damage. Who knows? Maybe that makes the difference for, I don't know, Clefairy or something. So one thing that we do have to watch out with this matchup is we know their ace spec is Prime Catcher, so at any turn they could just Prime Catcher and take out our only Armarouge if we only set up one. So you do kind of want to have 2 in this matchup the entire time. They usually play Area Zeros, so we can kind of let them give us Area Zero. They usually play 1 Jamming Tower, though, so we do have to watch out for that as well. They'll try to Jamming Tower us, get us to throw away the Armarouge, one of the Armarouges, and then they gust up and take out the other. So you kind of have to commit to at least 2 of your spaces being Armarouge even after the Stadium Bump. Baby Koraidon is a choice. I guess just for another Sada card. Hello, Artemis. Alright. Oh, they gave us the Area Zero. Speak of the devil. Again, they may not even know that this deck plays Terras. Oh, attacking with the Fan Rotom. This makes things interesting. Because I can put down the hands here. Boom, 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 boom. Oh, or we could just Water Pond. I feel like Water Pond's better than the hands, because Water Pond is... It also gives us the solve option if we don't find the Luminous Energy this turn. Alright, so we're going to Ultra Ball for Armarouge, because we're going to Iono, and higher chance that we see Nest Ball, and we can Nest Ball, whatchamacallit? Nest Ball for, like, Pheasantipity or something. Well, Iono. I was going to say, Latias is not strictly necessary, but it's nice here. We did not see anything else, really. Good gracious me, we did not see anything, huh? Alright, we put down Latias. We retreat. And we Saw Block. And this forces them to either burn Prime Catcher or take a turn off. Now, burning Prime Catcher is very problematic because we only have 1 Armarouge set up, and I was just saying that you kind of want 2 in this matchup for that reason. But we'll see what happens here. If they do go that route, we can smack with the Ho-Oh manually. It's not as... Oh, I should have... Okay, a smart man, Zach, Doors, whatever I want to call myself, a smart man would have fired off an energy from the Ho-Oh and attached that fire to the Clefairy so that next turn I could find Luminous and manually take out a Raging Bolt if they do the Gust. When they do the Gust here. Incorrect thing to Gust up. Incorrect. They just saw energy and assumed that that was the important thing. It is not. It is the Armarouge, my friend. Also a very interesting choice of energy to choose. They're leaving energy on the Koraidon for some reason. Okay. Well. So I think we Vessel the Ogerpon here. We're not going to need the Ogerpon in this matchup, and I don't want Fire Energy to come off this Iono. I want Nest Balls for draw. I want my Rainbow Energy for my Clefairy. So we just throw those to the bottom of the deck instead of into our new hand. Alright, Charcadet. Moo. Moo. Ultra Ball, Research, and Ultra Ball. Fez. Draw a little bit with Mew and a little bit with Fez. And show me a Rainbow Energy, please, and thank you. No. Take the Ursaluna, I guess. Flippy the Scripty? No. Well, now we don't have any fucking energy. Chat. I can attack with the Ursaluna here if I Night Stretcher back 1 energy and attach. And I think that's honestly probably the move. I think that's what we have. Fire off. Stretcher. It's not looking great, though. I'm going to be honest with you. We had a very poor start to this game. In terms of KOing numbers and stuff. I think this matchup's hard, which is unfortunate because like Raging Volt's like the second most popular deck. Also, he gets ultra rewarded for keeping the energy on the Koraidon. But I just couldn't. There's no other way to get around that. So if one of your other ancient Pokemon... Okay, so Boss here does... Okay, well that's annoying. You didn't have to do that. We get rid of Water Pond, and we get rid of Latias. We have Mew as the pivot now. But anyway, what I was saying is Boss Pheasantipity here does mean that... this guy's only going to do 30 next turn. He's not going to do the 200 or whatever it is, 180. So that's actually not a terrible strategy. Assuming that they can even find the knockout this turn, they could find one more energy. Bumping Jeremy Tower and throwing away the Ogerpon was a choice. Oh, they have knockout. Duh, what am I saying? I have fighting a weakness. I'm smart. I've played the Pokemon card game before. Alright, well now our target doesn't become the Fez, now our target becomes the Bolt, I think. There's too much energy on board. How many Sodders are they down? 3. I like that. Still have the Hoot though. That's annoying. Would love to see my Legacy energy. You know, Ace Specs are pretty good. Kind of part of the really big part of the game. Oh, dude, the Jamming Tower Bravery Charm combo. Love it. I was going to say, did we Iono them to 1, but they just have so much fucking draw with Fez and Mew if I do that. So I think we just have to boss that Bolt in the back. Okay, so let's do this. Let's boss the Bolt. It's area 0. Let's Ultra Ball, Iono, and Research, because this is either going to be the last turn or the second to last turn. And do we even get the Gouging Fire and put it down? No, I'd kind of like an actual Terra in play. Although I could grab that with the Stretcher, couldn't I? Well, I need Ho-oh with the Stretcher. Never mind. All of that is moot. Stretcher. Ho-oh. Forgot second Ho-oh was prized. Restart for 3. Oh my god, my Luminous Energy. Fire? Mod check fire? That is fire. Well, we have KO here. We will just see if they can return or not. Yo, is this the game corner? Fire off. Don't know why they named it Fire Off. They could have named it Poppin' Off. So that's what I'm doing right now with this deck. Popping off. Losing. Hi, Durant. You're super good in this matchup, aren't you? It's not. Alright, so they have to have Sada, they have to have another Bolt. Basically is what it comes down to. Or I guess the decks do play one boss, right? So, oh wait, no, we've already discussed the Koraidon's useless this turn. I know how decks work. It's not useless! He's gonna hammer in me! Fuck! Are you kidding me? Oh, he hit me with the thumbs up, too. Crazy. It has a second attack! Who knew that? Who cared? Hammer in. I'll hammer your mom. Based TCG. Hell yeah. Base. That is what Pokemon TCG is, based. Yes, I want to go first. I'm playing an evolution deck. This hand is a hand of all time. Monkey. Again, that could be a million decks. Holy hand, Batman. I don't want to throw away that many Night Stretchers. I think we're going to have to Iono here. Throw away Research and Stretcher. We have to grab Charcadet this turn, obviously. Ho-oh's there. If this is... Alright, if this is Dragapult, we're good. Clefairy. If this is Monkey Dory, we are bad because my aunt is prized. And what else plays Monkey Dory? If this is Gardevoir, we are... Oh, I can't. I was thinking next turn. If this is Gardevoir, we had Water Pawn and Iron Hands in deck, so we're okay. It is Gardevoir. You want to Iono me. You want to Iono me and not Badoo lock me. Actually, you want to pass. You want to just attach pass. Should have held on to the research. Live and learn, as a certain blue hedgehog once said. If I held on to the research, I would have thrown away 3 of my 4 Night Stretchers. That would have been not it. Okay. So we Ho-oh. Charcadet. Squawk's not helping us anymore. So, just to confirm, I did have Hands and Water Pawn in there. So finding a Nest Ball means that we can get either one of those in this turn, which is very good. I guess I should have Earth and Wrestled for 1 less energy, but whatever. Never punished. Hi, I'd like to introduce you to the concept of bench sniping. Our Lord and Savior. Fire off. So the nice thing about Torrential Pump, it is not all of the energy has to be shuffled away. It's 3. So we can put an extra fire on and actually preserve the Luminous, because the Luminous is the harder part to find. We know that this water pond is not dying this turn. So we do that, and the next turn all we have to do is find 2 fire, and we can water pond again. Hey, that Earthen Vessel's 2 fire. What do you know? It's almost like I've played this deck once or twice before. But I still make mistakes, and that's why we are practicing for NAIC. Mimikyu? Who the hell plays Mimikyu in Gardevoir? What the fuck? I mean, I can hit it with Armarouge, but like, who? You're gonna make my life annoying for no reason. I can also hit it with Mew and copy it. Alright, Shaman, cringe. You're gonna send up Mimikyu and put Shaman on the bench. What the hell? What kind of recovery turn is this? Not allowed, dude. Not allowed. And Fez. Cringe! Honestly, though, this is the only way that they were staying in the game, so... good for them. It does lead to something interesting, though, which is that their attacker now, if the board state stays this way, I don't knock out the Munkidori, it's either Gardevoir or Mimikyu. No in between. There's no Drifloon, there's no Screamtail until the board clears up a little bit here. So... that is the nice thing about the water pond, you force the Shaman to come down, and that is just one less bench space on a deck that's already kind of starving for it. I would rather have Munkidoris. Secret Box. I was going to say, if they don't play the Secret Box this turn, I would love to draw into Iono with Mew. That would be great. 2 Psychic with that's pretty good. Third one's Monkey, so I wonder what the hell the rest of their hand is, because Monkey's a pretty good card. So we're definitely going to see TM Evo here, so they can Evo the Waltzes. We'll probably see Artisan. Whether they put it down or not, though, will be interesting. We'll probably not put it down. I think we'll probably see Research. Yep, and then Bravery Charm. Research just because I assume the rest of the hand's probably like Gardevoir EX, and then they'll research the rest away, kind of thing. And they obviously do not want to give me 5 cards, so I only have 1. Oh wait, it's a Bravery Charm in the Team Evo. They're not Evo in this turn. What was the other card then? Counter Catcher. Okay. That makes sense. They're going to try to go for the Ho-oh with the Counter Catcher. Hi, Artemis. So I can knock out this Munkidori and just not do the Torrential Pump Shuffle thing. Again, assuming they don't retreat into the Mimikyu here. They already had Evo. Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, so they're going to Evo the 2 Curlius. And then when I take out this Munkidori, they'll throw in the Artisan, grab, like, Screamtail or Drifloon, put the Bravery Charm on it, evolve to Gardevoir EX, because I know that's their hand, and then Research. So yeah, it'd be pretty cool to get an Iono off this Mew here. You know, Boss isn't terrible. I don't hate Boss. I also do like Research, though, because Research could find us hands. We could get handsy with Research, so let's do that. Because again, we're not... Boss would be nice, but we would take out 1 of 2 Curlias. It's not going to stop them from getting that this turn. And so, if we can find hands off of this Research, we can take 2 off the Munkidori and really make things in our favor. Oh my god! Ask and ye shall receive. Even got the area 0. So we can do something like this. And go grab... Latios. Oh wait, chat! I found the wrong energy combination. Luminous does not do it. I needed an actual fire, because the moment we put these 2 on, it's not going to be... Fire energy. Fuck! Prism energy, where are you? I think we just have to fire off the Torrential Pump here. We'll do this as a prep, just in case they Try to do stuff. That's annoying. Curses! Trust me when I say this deck is going to go crazy at Worlds. It's okay right now. I enjoy it, but I don't think it's going to... No, we're not going to shuffle the energy back. Actually, I guess it could have damaged the Fez. Shaman doesn't prevent damage against the Fez. Does that matter, though? Probably not. Anyway. This deck is going to go crazy at Worlds, because we are getting Prism Energy reprint, so you don't have to work around this Luminous bullshit. I could have put 2 Prism Energies on, and amp you very much. You can also Arm Press with Prism Energies, easier. So that helps fix some math. Latias will actually be able to attack with Eon Blade for things like trying to stick it in the active with Maractus. And all of that sounds really good. You go, oh, it's Prism Energy, oh, you just fought the card or whatever. We are also getting Reshiram EX as an attacker for this deck, which is busted. It is 130 base damage, but it does 50 more for every prize your opponent has taken. So, after your first EX knockout, it's knocking out basic EXs. After 2 EX knockouts, by the time that your opponent's down to 2 prizes, you are one-hit KOing basically any EX in the game, except Mammoth Swine and Slacking, if those ever become relevant. But things like Grimmsnarl, Charizard, Dragapult, you don't have to try to do the alternate attackers like Durant stuff and find Rainbow Energy. You could just smack them with a Reshiram. If they knock out that Reshiram, you just smack them with a Reshiram again. It feels like it's going to be a crazy good deck for Worlds. So keep an eye on it, for sure. So, do they not have Gardevoir EX in hand? They're just going to rip the research and hope to find it? Artisan is okay. We will pitch... We pitch Latias, honestly. Well, they've already burned their countercatcher. I thought they were countercatcher the Ho-oh, if I'm being real. Yeah, we'll do Latias. There's a chance that means that Iron Hands gets stuck. But, Iron Hands is not necessarily stuck in this matchup, because we'll just amp whatever is there. Even if it's amping a Gardevoir, that still is okay for setting up damage, because we don't have a Gardevoir one-shot in this deck. We don't have a Dark Pokemon or anything. We're gonna Screamtail. What are we Screamtailing? Screamtailing the Ho-oh? And leaving Armarouge active, but that doesn't really help you. And then I amp you. Yeah! There's the research. So they have to stretch your Psychic. Again, the monkeys are... They've been shuffled back into the deck, but the bench is locked up, so we like that. We like that around here. There she is. I love... This was when they first were starting with these connected kind of illustration rares in Scarlet and Violet, and I love this line. So I pulled the Gardevoir EX from my first booster box of Scarlet Violet. Let me show the people. I pulled this from my first booster box of Scarlet Violet. I traded for the Ralts, and then I bought a single of the Curlia at my first regional at Milwaukee. So it felt really cool because I kind of got one each way that I like interact with the game. It was like I ripped a pack, I traded with a friend, and I did an event and got one. And so I really love that. Actually, I've got it right here because it's not hanging on my wall at the moment. I still need to hang it up. I have that. And I have it in a little extended art case. And it's gorgeous. And I love it so much. Oh, sorry, I'm shaking the chat. Watson is meowing with a bird in his mouth. He is a goober. He is a certified goober. We do know this. Alright, do we... Probably not. I think we probably Ultra Ball for Fez and rip the research. Or do we put down the Ho-oh? No. Yeah, we put down the Ho-oh because we need energy to retreat here. So we Ultra Ball, Durant, and Iono. We go grab something else that's not going to matter in this matchup, which is probably... Yeah, Cornerstone. We will restart for 1. Okay, sure. And then we rip the research. Interessante. We do have the retreat. We will make the most of our energy retrieval here. And we'll grab Fez. I'd hope to find it Area 0, but Soothe-a-boo. I will show it again in a moment here. Serotonin. Just give me a second to finish out this turn, and then I'll try to get it all nice and pretty. Okay, so chat. We're not gonna fuck up the Luminous here. We're moving one of the Luminous for this retreat here. Luminous, fire. Don't fuck it up. Now we fire off the rest of the fire energy. Thank you very much, baby. Give me my 2 prizes. Alright, let's get this baby. Hey, there's my legacy. I didn't even notice it was prized. Alright, let's get this baby. I'll go to full screen cam too. Try to get this nice. Nope, that's the wrong thing. Alright, and pivot and focus. So it's an artist on Etsy does these extended art frames where it extends the art so you can see it's like the room, the living room or whatever. Just extend it out. And then it's the 3 of them together in this one case because obviously they're meant to be with each other. So I love this. This is really, those cards released when I was like 4 months back into the game, and I loved them from the moment that I saw them in Japanese, and then I pulled the Gardevoir, and I was like, dude, we are committing. I need this art. I need it like framed and stuff. It's so cool. Also, I forget if I said this or not because we were trying to figure out art and turns and stuff, but welcome in, Super Serotonin. We are playing some what I call Tinderbox, because if it's a box type deck and a fire type deck, I do not know why you would not call it Tinderbox. It makes sense. But people have been calling this Ho-oh Armarouge. It's just put a bunch of fire energy down with Armarouge, including our rainbow energies, which count as fire, for the fire off ability. Because it does not have to be a basic fire, it just has to be fire. Drifloon, so we're Driflooning the hands? Is that the idea? Because if that's the idea, then I will just Stretcher and either hands again or Water Pawn or something here. I need a couple pieces to make the Stretcher work with hands again, because I would need 1 more energy on board. We don't accelerate 2 with the Ho-oh. But we do have the other Ho-oh in discard, so really all I would need actually is the Area 0. Again, another reason why I'm like, Jamming Tower doesn't feel as good. Although in this specific instance, I could Jamming Tower just to take out the Drifloon. But they'd push one of the Gardevoirs, and I don't have Oko on that. As aforementioned, there's not really a great Dark attacker for this deck. Nor do you really need it, because Gardevoir, your winning condition is not taking out the Gardevoirs. It's taking 2 prizes through Water Pawn and Iron Hands. So Balloon Blast. So anyway, I started blasting. Alright, so we'll Zon for Charcadet here, because there's a good chance we're going to swing with Armarouge, unless we get, like, Boss or something here. We'll put down the Area 0. We're going to Luminous onto Armarouge. We're not going to Flame yet, so we'll draw 2. Draw some more with Fez. We are closer to games out of here. Closer, but no cigar to game. Yeah, that unfortunately does not get us a KO on Gardevoir or on Pheasantipede. If we had found, like, Ursaluna, we could just boss the bear. Interesting. Interessante. We could Iono them, knowing that they don't have a hell of a lot of draw. And that preserves our boss in case they try to mimic you. So I kind of like that. Let's do that. Do this. Cool, Iono. I do actually have to find an attacker for this Drifloon because they left 40 HP, so I can't Will-O-Wisp to it. I didn't find an attacker. I should have waited because I could have energy retrieval, but I just wasn't confident in hitting that. I have already flipped the scripts. Oh, this is annoying. Well, this is no cool. This is not great. I think I pushed the Charcadet and I just attack with the Will-O-Wisp. Which is really unfortunate, because if they just have Gust, they just have it. It was not a great turn. I mean, like I said, I could have played her in the energy retrieval, but that's far less likely to see the energy retrieval than I am to see Ball Search and just grab Ursaluna. So, like, I don't know if I necessarily like it. Alright, they had nothing, so we'll just Balloon Blast them back, and hopefully I can find Stretcher for hands. Because Stretcher for hands will win me here because I can do energy retrieval, Earthen Vessel, etc., etc. Nest Ball for Ursi. We have 3 Stretchers in deck, chat. Surely we don't whip that. Flip the script? I think it's mathematically impossible between the Iono and the flip the script to miss the Stretcher at this point, right? Okay. Give me your hands. And so this is why I'm not too concerned with the Gardevoir matchup, is that we have a way of setting up the Ogerpon in hands a lot of turns in a row. And so even though they could sit there and attack with the Gardevoir, it's like eventually they're gonna Drifloon, they're gonna Scream Tail, and then you just introduce them to Mr. Hands. Which is a sentence I just said. Alright, so how am I liking this compared to the multiple Stretcher one? I haven't, compared to the Carmine one. I haven't felt... Okay, let me put it this way. The times that I have seen Stretcher or 4th Iono, when I say 4th Iono, it's kind of hard to know what the 4th Iono is, right? But basically, there haven't been turns where I'm like, damn, this is a Stretcher, and I wish it was Carmine. But there are turns where I'm like, I'm glad that I can Iono and not have to throw away Boss and 2 Stretcher, or something like that. So I'm feeling like I'm leaning a little bit more towards this. I think I've recommended people not to do this, to change their deck the night before a tournament. But this honestly might be something that I playtest until the night before, and I make the change of those last 2 cards the night before. And just bring everything with me to NAIC to swap them out if I need to. Because it really feels like I need to just have games where I go, fuck, I wish this was a Carmine, or fuck, I wish this was a Night Stretcher, and that's how I would determine it. Ooh, they are playing the Rocket deck with the Rocket Sleeves. So it's great that we have Ogerpon, because everybody except Wobbuffet, and I guess the Mimikyu, has an ability. So Ogerpon's a pretty good wall here. I don't know why people are cutting Ogerpon from the list. It's a Terra for Area 0, and it's a great wall against Grimmsnarl and Rocket, although I don't expect Rocket to be a very high percentage of NAIC. It's not a great deck. It's another one like Garchomp, where I think because they gave people the pieces, and pretty pieces, people are playing it on the ladder. People are playing it in online tournaments, but it's not necessarily going to be the thing that they actually bring in paper to NAIC. I think we're going to see a lot of Dragapults. I think we're going to see a good amount of Guardy. I think Grimmsnarl is a little overhyped, but we'll see a lot of people playing it. I just don't know that it'll have a great day 2 conversion. I do not expect EV Box and Terra Box to go away just because Watchtower exists. I think your meta is going to look almost the same as it was for Portland, except just throw in Grimmsnarl in like 3rd or 4th place there. That's my prediction. And so that's what I'm building the deck around. I'm not building it around Garchomp. I'm not building it around Rocket. I'm not building it around Yanmega. I think Yanmega is just farming people playing Grimmsnarl. I don't think it's actually a strong contender for an NAIC deck. Ah, they did have the Proton. I was going to say, if they don't Proton this turn, or Transceiver for Proton, we don't Iona, we Squawk. Because it means their hand is dead. I mean, I guess they could have, what's-her-face? Ariana, but... they just raw had the Proton. Gross. Do they know what they're playing against? Probably not, right? We started Ogerpon, they probably think they're playing against, like, Melodic Ogerpon or something. What the hell does the Zapdos do? 120 if it's got a Rocket Energy, and then moving my energy, which is nothing. I just move it back with Armarouge. So that's actually not really, that doesn't matter. Okay, so let's Charcadet. We have 2 Ho-Oh in deck. Got hands, we got Water Pond. Water Pond's really good in this because they don't play bench protection. Looks like Pheasant Skippity is prized. All the energy in the deck. And then again, we don't play a Dark-type attacker, so we don't have a one-hit KO on Mew, with the exception of using... or we don't have a one-hit exception on Mewtwo, with the exception of using Mew EX to copy its attack. Wow, this hand is dookie. We'll put down the hands, and then we'll Squawk. I hate to Squawk away 2 stretchers, but I'm not doing a hell of a lot of anything next turn if I don't get a better hand. There's a Ho-Oh. And we'll grab the Mew just for draw here. And then we just pass. Again, not a fuck ton going on with this hand next turn, unless we get a supporter, because we can't actually draw with restart. I suppose actually an Earthen Vessel would be pretty good too. Or... I don't know. We'll see. Maybe they play their one-up copy of Iona. They're also playing a list that plays Zapdos, so I don't know what the fuck they're playing. They're going to pop in for 4th Tarantula. Do they even... oh, no, they're not. I was going to say, do they even play Mewtwo? Oh, okay, so we Iona'd them into a pretty dead hand. Either that, or they're fully expecting me just to keep Ogerpon for the entire game. They have Giovanni, so that'd be pretty silly, as kids say. God, I'm not going to Ultra Ball my only other 2 Night Stretchers. We're going to Ultra Ball these guys and fail it and draw with Mew. And please give me some good cards. Chat, where are my good cards? Mod check good cards. Yeah, you can keep failing those Boffins. I'm cool with that. Another takedown? Rocket's Factory, that's why we held on to the Area 0. Okay, there's the Ariana. Yeah, we held on to the Area 0 for Rocket's Factory bumps. We just can't let them have that amount of draw. Obviously, Rocket's Factory is not doing anything for us. So. Weed energy. Murkrow. Choose one of your opponent's active... can't use that attack. Okay. Annoying, but if we set up Latias, we can just free pivot. A Fire Energy. Kind of need 2 this turn, though. So we restart for... well, actually... we can afford to Golden Flame one and manually attach the other. So we restart for 2, actually. Just kidding. I cannot throw away the 4th Night Stretcher. I can't. So, have your Iona. They might have been sitting on Arianas and stuff anyway, because they just drew a fresh hand. There we go. Alright, we need a second Charcadet down in case they target the Armarouge. Oh, Latias's prize. We might get turbo fucked, as the kids say. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, chat. For now, we attach, we fire off, and we demolish. Hey, there he is. She, I guess. Latias and Latias are explicitly gendered. Yo, the Defiance Band take down Tarantula? Goes hard, dude. Are you gonna want it? Yeah, you are gonna KO me now. That's crazy. KOing me with the Defiance Band Tarantula. Oh my lord. Look at this guy. Giga Chad mood, honestly. I can't even be mad. Oh yeah, that was Marley Terra. I have to choose 2 Pokemon to discard now. Crazy turn. Good for you. Who do we actually attack with here? I mean, I can copy Erasure Ball. That doesn't feel terrible. But I can't do the secondary effect of Erasure Ball. Yeah, it's probably the move, honestly. I think we could draw 2 with Mew here, so I guess we'll see what we get off of that. Yeah, sure. Those are cards that you are allowed to play the Pokemon trading card game with. Alright, so Giovanni can act as a switch for them here. We don't particularly want to see that, but it's a pretty high chance that they have it. Just because transceivers. Once again, first of all, I was not playing around the Defiance Band takedown play. That's Galaxy Burn right there. Hats off to my opponent. But second of all, like I said, this deck I don't think is going to be a real thing to watch out for at NAIC, and so I'm not particularly trying to build around having stadium bumps constantly for factory and stuff. I don't really know how I could build this deck better than just having the Ogre Pawn. The Cornerstone, that is. There's just, like I said, not really a great dark option. Oh, they had nothing! They brick. Bricka. If that's the case, what do we do here? I think we throw down the Luminous, and I think we Iona. I think we get him out of the brick, but we know that we're going to get the Mewtwo this turn. And we want to see if we can get in better position so that we don't have a Spite Ops KO here. Man, again, if we had Prism Energy, I could attack with the Latias here. But I think we just have to go for the Genome hack again and just discard a fire. I feel like this happened last last NAIC, last Worlds format, where I was like, oh my god, there's the super cool box type deck, but it gets so much better with the summer special set that was only gonna matter for the Worlds format. I was on Reggie Drago before Kieran came out. I was like, oh, this is the better way to play Dragapult, because Dragapult did not have Crispin and stuff then. I was like, oh, this is way better. And then obviously when Kieran came out, it was like, well, that deck's just gonna run rampant at Worlds, but I'm not playing any tournaments that are that format. Feels the same way with this and the Reshiram and the Prism Energies. It's just like, those would be so fucking cool, but not this month, next month. By the way, as always, hand disruption is a lie. Archer made into 2 researchers. Just don't. The Torment on Murkrow, or the double energy on Murkrow for Torment, is a choice. So I think we actually try to attack with Ho-Oh here, because Ho-Oh cannot be knocked out by Rocket Rush. And if they have Giovanni, then, I mean, that's really, we can't do anything about that. Yeah. Kind of what we got. We'll throw down the Water Pond for next turn, so that we can take 2 for game if we need to. Do this. Actually, I should not throw down the Water Pond. I have a separate, but also valid way to take 2 next turn, so that was kind of dumb. Whatever. I never said I was the best Pokemon player out there, chat. Just that I was the one that you chose to watch tonight. Sure would have liked you. Bump the factory and get more bench space. That's okay. If the best you can do is torment my Shining Feathers, then I just retreat into hands and win. If this is a setup for Giovanni, then I could lose. But also, everything on the bench will survive a hit for 180, except for Armarouges, which don't win him the game. So it'd have to be like Mewtwo, Rocket Energy, E-Switch, Giovanni. Which is a lot to ask for. Alright, I mean, that only copies my Water Pond, which again is not a KO. I actually think we might have this game here. Despite that kind of like middling, well, middle of the game. Unless something really kind of crazy happens here, we have multiple 2-prize turns that we can take. I still gotta give him props for the fucking Defiance Band. That was great. I ain't even mad. Also, shout out to this 4th Night Stretcher, just hanging around the entire time. After we brutally murdered 3 of its friends very early in the game. Transceiver. Okay. Giovanni. Okay. Okay. But hands is not my only way to take 2 prizes. Haha! Not punished for the Water Pond. Chat, I knew what I was doing the entire time. I'm actually a genius. Because Articuno only prevents effects. It does not prevent damage. And Water Pond does damage. Yeah, animations are not liking me trying to go fast and just win this game. Or perhaps the client's just falling apart at the seams, which is nothing new for Pokemon TCG Live. It is my first stream back in a while. I'm starting to feel a little tired, a little eepy, a little tired from talking. And I think the client is trying to commit seppuku, so perhaps we call it there for the evening, chat. Let's go back to my full screen cam. Thank you all for hanging out with me. I appreciate it. Appreciate all the support for me not streaming in a month and a half, something like that, and you guys came back and supported. Love to see that. Especially those of you who are new, love to see you in. Welcome in. Yeah, I'm going to try to get streaming again, kind of semi-regularly. Obviously, I am traveling for NAIC this week, so if I do any streaming, it's going to be either tomorrow or Monday. After that, I'm going to be preparing for my flight and flying out, and etc., etc. I'll probably post in my Discord some fun stuff, especially the final list that I do end up settling on. So if you'd like to join, that Discord link is somewhere around me, depending on what platform you are looking on. So feel free to join. Anyway, let me see what I got for you tonight. Not really anybody I'm looking to send you to for a raid, so I'll leave you to the rest of your Saturday night? Yeah, it's Saturday. Christ, I don't know where time is. But yeah, I'll leave you to the rest of that. Look for maybe a stream in the next day or two. If not, I'll do something right as soon as I get back from NAIC, like that Monday or Tuesday or something. So look for that. Yeah, otherwise, have a great night, everybody. Best of draws if you're a TCG player. And I'll catch you next time.